Good day, everyone. My name is Beautiful Jr. My father won Ugliest Hater in the 1999 annual Player Haters Ball. I decided I wanted to continue that tradition of hating by hating on my top 10 most hated cars of all time. I hate these cars for a variety of reasons, which we're going to go over shortly. But let's get it going with the first one. Hey. So the 2005 Honda Ridgeline. This isn't the only one out of this model, but I hate this car just because it started it. I hate all of the Honda Ridgeline models. They're all ugly. But I just hate the Honda Ridgeline in general just because it looks like a dumbass truck. Like, it just looks clunky. It looks like a stupid toy, like a really dumb, badly designed toy that they made into a full-on production vehicle. They made this in 05, March of 05. They still make this. Honda, please stick to sedans and crossovers, which y'all have been killing. I've been killing that, and coupes. Stick with that. Like this, oof, I hate that they still make this truck. It's so ugly, it's so dumb, like just a complete waste of fucking time. But yeah, all right. The next car. Hey. All right, so the next car is gonna be a shock to a lot of people because it's like, what? How could you hate this car? It's so sleek and cool, and it does look cool. I've seen this car before in 2020 when I lived in North Carolina. Someone had it, and I was like, oh, this is a cool car. But I think I saw the driver's side of it specifically. So I was like, oh, this is a cool car. It's a cool little coupe. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Then my fiance was watching a TikTok and she's like, did you know this car only has 3 doors? And I was like, I was like, what are you talking about? They don't make cars with 3 doors. They would never, who would buy that? Who would buy a car with 3 doors? And then she showed me the video and I was like, oh my fucking gosh, it's the Hyundai Veloster. I had no beef with this car. I kind of wanted one, right? It's a cool looking design. The car is dope. And then I saw that it had 3 doors and it immediately pissed me off. Just make a coupe. Why does it have 3 doors? There's no reason for it to have a 3rd door that someone can, no, it's just stupid. Just make a coupe or make a 4-door. That's it. There's no reason to try to make something in between. No, it was just, everything about that just pissed me. I was like, I immediately hate this car. It just pissed me off. So yeah, that's immediately why the Hyundai Veloster is still on this list. Now they do not make this car anymore. They made like a whole nother line that's like similar to it, but yeah, that's beside the point. I hate the Hyundai Veloster. Hey. Okay, this next car I've hated my entire life. Me and my family have always shit talked this car because it's just ugly. It's a very dumb and ugly looking car. It came out in 2001 and they made it from 2001 to 2010. It was designed by a man named Brian Nesbitt, who we will get to later on in the video. I'm talking about the PT Cruiser, otherwise known as the PT Loser. That is what we called it in my family. This is the ugliest fucking car, like easily one of the ugliest cars ever made. I hate everything about this. It just, the rage that built, like, why? There's no way you went to a dealership and you were like, that shit right there, I gotta have this dumb, ugly ass looking car. The front of it looks stupid as fuck. The back of it just looks, why does it look like that? Like, the best way I can describe it is if you've seen American Dad, there's an episode where Steve, who is Stan's son, and Roger, the alien, they swap heads. That's what this car reminds me of, is when Roger has Steve's head. No, or is it one of them has their head and it just doesn't, it looks so bad. It like, it's just long and back and it's just like, yeah, that's what the PT Cruiser looks like. It's just such an ugly, dumb, stupid car. And I've always hated it for years. But basically, my bad, I'm sorry, the PT Loser. That's what it's always looked like. Made by Chevy, just truly an abomination. Still not done, hold on. This is the best way to describe it. The PT Cruiser. If you've ever seen Cow and Chicken, and do you remember, his name is literally the red guy from Cow and Chicken. That's what every PT Cruiser reminds me of. And that's why that shit pisses me off so much. Like, 'cause I always hated that dude in that show. He was just weird. And that's what the PT Cruiser looks like. It's just a waste of, all right, next car, we're done. Hey. So I was driving home from work one day. Very peaceful morning. Birds was chirping, right? Construction was going on. I'm in my car chilling. I am behind a white Honda. I'm looking at this and I'm like, this Honda looks different. Looks completely different than like the Civic or the Accord that they make, the classics. 4-door though, I was like, what is this? Like, it has an interesting design. It looks kind of cool, right? Whatever. So we're all turning right. Everyone has to turn right at this intersection. And when I see the Honda turn, I immediately was disgusted with what I saw. First off, oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Honda Clarity. Why is the back wheel, the rear tires covered like that? Why would you do that? That is such a stupid design. It's, but that's beside the point. So basically the Honda Clarity is like some hybrid fuel cell. Let me read. This is from the official website of Honda. The Clarity fuel cell is essentially an electric vehicle that uses a hydrogen fuel cell as its primary power source. The electricity supplied by the fuel cell and hybrid-like storage battery powers an electric motor that drives the front wheels. That's cool, great technology, whatever. It's still ugly as shit. It has that new futuristic design in the front that all automakers are going with. It just looks dumb. Back of it, fat as hell for no reason. I don't know. The Civic and Accord don't look like that. Like, why? I know that you got to make it look a little different, but like, this looks dumb. And then, like I said, with the back wheels, I tried looking on YouTube. You can usually Google how to remove a tire. And when I Googled that car, they only showed the front version of it. I was like, yep, this car is bad. Can't find a video on how to remove the rear tires because you probably can't. Car sucks, should not exist. Next car. Hey. Yet again, another day, I was going to the grocery store. Just got off work. Went to the grocery store, probably going to get some quick eggs, bacon, very small groceries. Go inside, handle my business. I am leaving the grocery store, put my groceries in the car, get in the car, sit down, turn the car on. All right, let's go. What the fuck just drove by me? This car, right? This company, first off. I'm gonna just say right, they're the king of hatchbacks. So off rip, you should know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Subaru Baja. So off rip, right? Name is gas. Easily top 10 car names of all time. Baja, ooh, cooking. But the design of this shit makes no sense. So it's a Subaru truck that they made from 2002 to 2006. Thank God it's discontinued because it's ugly as shit. And yeah, it literally doesn't fit any of Subaru's design language at all. So I don't know why they I don't know why they made these. Like, stay in your lane, please. You can try something real quick, and if it don't work, that's cool. But like, stick with what you know. Let Ford and Dodge make the trucks. Let them do that. They've been doing that shit for literally like 100 years. Let them do it. So yeah, the Subaru Baja, ugly as hell, but a dope ass name. Hey. Okay, yet again, I'm back. This car, so remember that name I told y'all, Brian Nesbitt, my arch nemesis? He designed, and you would think like, okay, what else did he do? He designed the 7th generation Chevy Malibu. All right, y'all, we're going to pause the video right quick for a second. What I'm about to say when it comes back is a complete lie. The 7th generation Chevy Malibu, like, it's all right. I was thinking of the 9th generation Chevy Malibu. Them shits is clean. That shit is clean. Sleek design. I fuck with it. I would love to have one maybe, right? CAP. He also designed this car. This is called the Chevrolet HHR.
To my girls all across the world, come and kick it with your mans in the streets and we burl. You see me shining and my lights ain't on. It's that double HR candy coated with the chrome.
Hey, yeah. Cut the shit off, bro. I gotta cut the shit the fuck off.
What does that shit stand for? Hold up. That shit stands for Heritage High Roof. What, some stupid ass shit, right? They came out with this car. Basically, Chevy was like, make a less ugly PT Cruiser. And he was like, I think I can do that. And he made it's slightly less ugly than the PT Loser. That's just a fact. He somehow did it, but it's still ugly. It's still clunky. The front of it, hideous. The back of it, you were not cooking. You just threw shit in a pot. I don't know what he was on. I don't understand how they approved this design. It just doesn't make any sense, but I hate the Chevrolet HHR. It's just an ugly ass car. Next. Hey. It's gonna shock a lot of people. This car is like a myth from the 2000s. Like, only some people like know that this existed. So there was one day I was a kid and my mom was taking me to school. Regular day, I'm back in elementary. And I hate that I still remember this like so vividly. Get to the stoplight, waiting at the stoplight. I'm chilling in the front seat. I don't even know if I was on my Game Boy. I was just chilling in the front seat. I look to my right, and then I look and see this bright ass yellow car pull up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this Hot Wheels looking ass car that pulled up to me? If you don't know what I'm talking about the Plymouth Prowler.
Well, it's gotta be part retro.
Part modern.
We gotta be nuts.
And at the Chrysler Corporation, it grew into an idea for a car so outrageous, we just had to build it.
Well, it's not exactly for everyone, is it?
That's kind of the point.
So they made about 12,000 of these cars, and just the front of this car looked like Johnny Bravo's hair with teeth. The back of it looks like the Chevrolet HHR and the PT Loser, but like smoothed out like a big ass chrome dome. I hate the back of this car. It just looks like a concept car that wasn't finished, and then they just said, let's kind of make this into a production vehicle. Don't know why. It's a retro style sports car is what they claim it was, but I hate everything about this car. It's so fucking ugly. Hey. This next car / truck is about to upset some people, but
It is what it is. It is what it is.
so I am talking about, oh my God, everything about this shit pisses me. It just makes me, every time I see these, it pisses me off. I'm talking about the Jeep Gladiator. So Jeep came out with these in 2018. Unfortunately, they still manufacture these because a lot of motherfuckers be buying them. It's basically a Jeep Wrangler or a Rubicon that they got that, and then they extended the body of it and just gave it a truck bed and said, give us $30,000 more than what that cost. And for some reason, motherfuckers is eating this car up, and I don't understand why. It's just a ugly truck. It doesn't, like, y'all were like, why? If you look at some of Jeep's older truck designs, like from the 60s and stuff like that, like gas, it immediately follows Jeep's design language. They look good, they look cool. And then you get to this and it's like, there's just no way that's what y'all got to when y'all have all of this history that y'all can like go and research on. So yeah, the Rubicon, or my bad, the Gladiator, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's another thing. The Jeep Gladiator has a dope name, but just, yeah, I hate it. Hey. The next two cars on the list are both Chevy and Honda. I'm not kidding when I say both of these companies need to pay for their crimes against humanity. This shit is, it just pisses me off. It doesn't make any sense how y'all be doing this. The next car came out in 2003. I'm talking about the Chevy SSR.
Holy shit.
The new Chevrolets, an American revolution.
What is this? There's no, like, let's stop for a second. If you've ever seen like a behind the scenes video of how any product is usually made, cars, phones, whatever, they usually shape it out with wood, right? You get a group of designers. So this is a team of adults, and they, sculpt whatever the fuck they're making out of wood. And they don't ever go with the first model, right? They usually make multiple revisions to it or whatever. And somehow this shit, I swear to God, like they made one and they just said, here's a check, go into production. This LazyTown looking ass derpy fucking car, why did they make this? This car, it makes no sense. My bad, it's a truck, but like, why did you make this? It looks just like the Chevy HHR, ugly as shit. Looks just like the PT Loser, which is also ugly as shit, but like, it's in a whole nother category of just dumb and ugly. I don't understand why. So yeah, the Chevy SSR, horrible car. Hey. Like I said, the last two cars on this list was Chevy and Honda. This last car looks like it was designed by the Pixies from Fairly Odd Parents. It is so bland. It has no characteristics, no originality, like no flavor to it. You don't see that and you're like, ooh, I want to drive that, or I want to get that, or I want to ride in it. It's just like, why does this exist? And why am I still seeing this vehicle on the road? I'm talking about the 2000, really not even, fuck that, just all of them. But we're gonna start with the original one, just like with the Ridgeline, the 2005 Honda Element. This is it just like depresses me when I see it. It's just so bland. Like I don't believe a man or a woman would just walk, anybody would just walk into a dealership. What do y'all got on the lot? Oh, I got the Honda Element right here. And you're like, that is the car I need to be in. Like, I don't believe that. This is the ugliest fucking car I've ever seen. Well, it's not even ugly. It's just like, it just depresses me. It's just bland. Like, why did y'all design this? Like, it truly drains any and all creativity out of my body. I hate looking at this car. Oh, hold on now. Before we leave, y'all thought we wasn't gonna do no honorable mentions? No, there are a bunch of ugly ass cars. First off, Toyota FJ Cruiser. Next up, Pontiac Sunfire. This shit looks like Vilgax. Next up, any and every car that Mercury ever made. Next up, the Lincoln MKX. That shit looks stupid as hell. Next, Toyota Previa. What is this? Any and all things that Suzuki made, those cars are just... Next up, 03 Pontiac Vibe. This shit is heinous. And then all of the Pontiac Aztecs. Every model, every year. Ugly as hell. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you again for your time. Those are my top 10 most hated cars. Please continue to spread hate around the world. Also in the comments below, share your top 10 hated cars or just cars that you hate. If you have disagreements, throw them in the comments. You're not going to change my mind at all, but I would love to hear any rebuttals because these cars are hideous. So you're not going to change my mind at all. But thank you again. Y'all have a good day. Deuces.